Hey guys, Whew. It is so hot out. Oh my gosh, I just got home from work and I'm like sweating buckets. It has been so hot yesterday and today. Really all weekend. Since about Saturday, it has just been boiling. And the heat never agrees with me. I always feel very weak and out of breath and nauseous when the heat comes like this. Anyways, yeah, I just got home, so Riley's going to be meowing a lot because he missed me. Right, Riley? Come on up here. Come on. Come on. Come join me. There's my Riley. Yes, you miss us when we're gone, eh, Riley? Yeah. So anyways, it's been a while since I did a vlog. My last vlog was talking about my wonderful ER visit, and I apologize if some of it was too much information. I was still kind of out of it when I made it. And also, when it comes to my vlogs about lupus, I don't really shy away from anything because I just want to basically share my experiences with lupus. And, you know, I don't really censor myself very much when it comes to the lupus stuff because I just want to give the full picture of what people with lupus go through. Anyways, sorry for this weird glare thing. Yeah, it's just the way the light is. But anyways, and when I just did that, that was because a text from Alex came up. Anyways, so I went back to work on Monday, and I was fine. My pain had totally gone by Saturday afternoon. I was really, really upset that I had to miss that crop because the next day, which was Sunday, I went to my teacher's house because she's moving, and she was selling a lot of her craft supplies, and so I was a little disappointed because I wanted to be there right when the sale started because my hope was to get some border punches because I don't have any, and she was selling them at great price. But as it turns out, at the last minute, we found out that it was the 40-day anniversary of Alex's grandmother's death, and with the Macedonians, they do like a thing on the 40 days at the cemetery, and then there's like a lunch after. So we didn't get to the sale until about, I don't know, I think it was like 2:30. So by then, all the stuff I was really wanting was gone. I did get some papers that were like only 5 cents each. I did get some corner punches and some decorative scissors, which I can essentially make borders with. Yeah, but there wasn't too much left, but I did get some good stuff. So yeah, I felt up to going to the grave site on the Sunday. We went to lunch at Mandarin after, which is a Chinese buffet. I wasn't sure at first if I'd be able to eat much because of how I had been nauseous like 2 days before. And even on Saturday, my appetite wasn't totally 100% back. But I did eat. I just took it easy. I didn't go nuts like I usually do at the buffet. I just had some light stuff, some salad, and then like one plate of food and some dessert. So, and that was it. So yeah, Monday I went back to work. I felt fine. Tuesday, I felt fine. Wednesday, I had the day off for all my follow-up appointments. I got to the hospital at 8:30, and I went right to the blood lab to get my blood work done. They did not take me in for my blood work until 9:30, so I sat there reading for an hour. Got my blood work done. Then I had an hour to kill before my echocardiogram. So I went to the cafeteria, grabbed a little breakfast, and did some more reading. And then I went to get my echo done at 10:30. And as soon as the echocardiogram was finished, I decided to head down to the clinic just in the hopes that maybe they might take me early. So my appointment was at 11:30. I got there at 11. They didn't take me till 12:30. So I was really ticked off about that. That was a long time sitting there. And the whole time I was sitting there, like almost the whole time, this clinic was very close to the ER. And I kept hearing a woman like vomiting like every 5 minutes. So that was like wonderful to hear while I was sitting there waiting. Anyway, so my appointment went well. All the blood work was normal. My echocardiogram was completely normal. The swelling, the inflammation around the heart was gone. Fluid around the heart was gone. And that morning, I had taken my last dose of the prednisone and also my last dose of the higher dose of naproxen. And so I thought I was going to have to be weaned off because it was 30 milligrams of prednisone, but they said no because it was only for 5 days that I was on it. So they said it was fine. I could just go back to taking my regular medications. And they said everything should be fine. So I was fine. And then Friday, after work, I got to get together with my friend Emily and Isabel. And Emily, she's got a YouTube channel now. I hope I have this right. Emily's Doll World. Oh no. I should have looked it up first. I think it's called Emily's Dolly World. I think so. I'll link it. Anyways, if I remember. I always say I'm going to link stuff, and then when I go and upload the video, I forget to do it. My memory's terrible that way. That was a lot of fun. And actually, at the last minute, our friend Marilyn was able to join us as well. So that was great. And as it turns out, Marilyn bought a doll at the Down East Doll Show by the same artist who did the doll I bought at the Down East Doll Show, and the same artist that Emily got her doll from at the baby shower. So all three of us had dolls by the same artist, so that was kind of fun. We took pictures of them together. We just had a wonderful afternoon. It was lots of fun. We had some treats and, just great afternoon. And then, Saturday, we went to Collingwood. Alex's aunt lives in Collingwood and has a barbecue every summer. And, her neighbors always let us use their swimming pool when she has the barbecue, so I got to go swimming. This time I wore sunscreen, and I mean I wore sunscreen. I plastered it on my body. It was like so funny because when we were swimming, at one point, like Alex like grabbed my arm, and he said I felt slimy from all the sunscreen I had on. But I made darn sure I wasn't going to get a sunburn this time. So I didn't. So I think I swam maybe like an hour or so. And then I just stayed in the shade the rest of the day. So we didn't get home until I think it was like 10:30 at night. And then Sunday was a very busy day, but Saturday night I was going to bed around 2 a.m. when I just was checking my email one last time before going to bed, and I got an email from Facebook saying that my friend Amy had tagged me in a link. So I clicked on it to go and see what the link was, and I gasped when I saw that the actor Corey, and I can't pronounce his last name, that's so bad. Um, yeah, we found out that the guy who plays Finn on Glee passed away, and I literally broke down into tears. I've never reacted this way to a celebrity dying, but I have such a connection to the show Glee that I just was absolutely stunned. At first I was hoping it wasn't true, that it was maybe a hoax. There's so many times that people will say so and so died, and then you find out they're alive and well. I was hoping that would be the case, but I immediately Googled it, and sure enough, it was confirmed to be true, and I just burst into tears. I was completely heartbroken. He was such an amazing talent, and his character was wonderful. And yeah, I'm just totally shocked and devastated. The show just, I don't think the show will be the same now. I don't know how they're gonna do this. I know they were hinting at him and Rachel getting back together, which he dated Leah Michelle in real life. They were even talking about getting married. So my heart breaks for her. I just can't imagine what she's going through. And, I was hoping that they would get back together on the show. They were kind of hinting at that last season when he told her ex that, she was his future wife, or he was her future husband or something. And so now I don't know what they're going to do. I'm kind of not really looking forward to the new season now, just because it's going to be really sad. I know they hadn't started filming season 5 yet. They were going to be soon, I believe. And so now they're probably going to have to rewrite a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know. I think it's going to be an extremely sad season premiere, and I'm not looking forward to that at all. He was way too young. He was my age. And yeah, it's just terrible. So with that said, I started to get chest pains around that time. And at first I just thought it was just the anxiety of the whole thing. Um, but then I went to bed, and laying down made it worse. So then I tried laying on my side, and that made it even worse. And next thing I know, it was really feeling like the same pain that I had when I went to the hospital. So that was a little bit concerning. I'm thinking, okay, I've been off prednisone for 3 days now, and is it coming back? But then I just thinking, well, I'm really upset right now, so maybe it's an anxiety thing. So I tried to sleep. I didn't sleep very well because I was so upset about Corey's death, and worried about what I was feeling. So I didn't get much sleep. So I woke up Sunday morning, and it was a little bit better, the pain. It wasn't totally gone, but it was a little bit better. It was bearable. I decided to take some Tylenol, because I know they had said I could take Tylenol for the pain from the pericarditis. And then I decided to, and this may have been a not so good thing for me to make the call on, but I had some prednisone left over from a year ago, um, or maybe even longer than that. So I popped one prednisone, 5 milligrams, and just thought I would see if that would do anything. I pretty much felt like crap the whole day, and I was probably silly. I did a whole bunch of stuff. um, so first off, we went to Square One in Mississauga. It's a big mall in Mississauga. I've never been there before. We went there because before my trip, I had bought a New Wave halogen oven, a turbo oven, to bake my reborn kits in. And I got a good deal on it, but it was used and it was a little bit dirty. Not too bad. I mean, I was able to clean it up some, but the heating element had a lot of like grease on it that I couldn't get off, and I was paranoid that somehow it would get on my kits. So I wasn't sure about using it. I did clean it up as best I could, and I thought, well, maybe I could get away with it. It would be fine. But I did need to buy an extender ring, which I would have had to order from the company and pay shipping and all that stuff. So in the meantime, I decided to check online again to see if maybe someone was selling an extender ring secondhand that I could get. Well, when I did that, I found out that someone right near my grandmother's was selling a brand new in box, unopened oven plus the extender ring for like $100, which is a heck of a lot cheaper than when you buy it brand new. And it was only $10 more than what I would have ended up paying for the used oven and a new extender ring. So I decided to sell the initial one I bought. So we went to Square One. There was a guy that was going to buy it. So we met him at Square One and sold the oven to him. So I sold it for the same price I paid. So that was good. I basically got my money back to put towards the new unopened oven. Also, on the Saturday before we headed to Collingwood, I sold a whole bunch of baby clothes at Once Upon a Child and got like $27 from that. So I put that again towards this new oven. While we were at Square One, I ran into Build-A-Bear because I had a coupon for my Build-A-Bear monkey's first birthday to get a free accessory. So I went in and got a hat. So then from there, we went to Vaughan to the photography workshop that I had signed up for through, I think it was like WagJag or something. So went to that, and it was just so hot out. I was tired by this point because I had not slept very much. I was still having the chest pains, not too bad, but they were still there. And the heat was getting to me. So anyways, went to the photography class or workshop, whatever you want to call it. Learned quite a bit that I think will help me. It was just a basic beginner workshop. You didn't do anything with your camera. It was more just information on the different settings on your camera and what they're for and how to use them. So it's going to help me use the manual settings on my Canon Rebel camera. So that was good. And it was 3 hours. Finished a bit early, thankfully. So then we were going to go and buy the brand new oven with the extender ring on our way home. Well, it turns out that the guy wasn't home yet, and he said he wouldn't be home till like 7:30. So we're like, okay. So we went Then we went to Canadian Tire. We were going to go home, but then Alex remembered that he needed a new headlight because his headlight was burnt out. So we went to Canadian Tire. Then we went home. We had dinner. I took a shower. All this time I was having pretty bad chest pain. And I knew at this point it was most likely pericarditis and not anxiety, because it was worse breathing in, it was worse bending over, it was worse laying down. So I popped more Tylenol, and I said, well, I'm going to call the clinic tomorrow when they open, and see if I can get in, because I knew Monday I was going to be getting out of work at 11:30, because Jeremy and his mom were going to be going out. So, after I showered and rested a bit, we decided to head out to pick up the oven. We ended up getting there at about 10 to 8. Found out the guy still wasn't home, that he said he was on his way and would be there by 8. Well, 10 after 8, he calls again saying it'll be 8:30 now, and that he apologizes that he's making us wait, and because he made us because he's being late and we're waiting, he's going to knock off $20. So I ended up getting a brand new oven with an extender ring for $80, which was $10 less than what it would have cost me had I kept the original oven and ordered a new extender ring. So that was a bonus. But in the meantime, we were sitting in the car boiling hot for almost, for over a half hour. And we were tired and cranky. So went home, got home. I had a really bad headache by this point, really bad chest pain, and was really tired. Thankfully, though, Monday morning, I woke up with no chest pain. And so I didn't bother calling the clinic. I haven't had any more since then. If it does come back again, I will be calling them for sure, but so far so good. So I don't know what that was all about. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I've been super busy, as you can see. So I haven't had time to start on any painting yet. But I do have tomorrow off and I have nowhere to go. So I will be painting all day tomorrow, for the custom order for Abby. And I guess that's really it. I've rambled on a long time, so I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, just that I'm really bummed and sad about Corey. And then I just found out, too, on the way home, that Talia passed away this morning. If you don't know who Talia is, she is this beautiful young girl. I believe she's 13. She has a YouTube channel where she did beauty tips and stuff. And her wish was to do Ellen's makeup, and I believe she got to do that. And she was on Ellen, and Ellen was inspired by her. She inspired everyone who, watched her and knew her. And she had been fighting cancer for 6 years, and she lost her battle this morning. So it was like a double whammy for me. It was like first Corey and now Talia, and I'm not feeling so great about that. It's just two young, beautiful people gone way too soon. And Ellen actually had CoverGirl made Talia an honorary CoverGirl. She got to do a lot of stuff after appearing on Ellen, and just a very inspiring young lady, and very, very sad that she is gone, but 6 years is a long battle, and she really fought. And so I think, it's at least she's pain-free, at peace now. So, but I personally know what it's like to have to see a child die. I lost my cousin when she was 16 to CF, and it's something that will never leave me. It's something I will never forget, and it's definitely something that no one should ever have to deal with. So I know what the family is going through at this point, and my thoughts and prayers are with them. So, anyways, I guess that's it. It was nice. I got to leave work early yesterday at 11:30, and I have tomorrow off. So I just got home, and like I said, it's boiling out there, so I'm just cooling down a little bit before I get doing anything else. I got to reweight my contest doll because I want to try to apply what I learned in the weighting workshop at the Downey Doll Show. So I'm going to do that tonight, and then I just think I'm going to try to relax a little bit tonight, and then I'm going to get up early tomorrow and spend the whole day painting. So yeah, so that's it, guys. There's really nothing else. So I will see you in the next video, and pray for Corey's family and Talia's family. Take care, everyone, and please hug your loved ones and tell them you love them, because you just never know. Bye, guys.